Yeehaw! Welcome to Cooking with PapaTuck and PapaTuck's Kitchen. How y'all doing out there? Today we're going to do up a New England meal. It's like a stuffed quahog, New England style. Big thing out here on Martha's Vineyard. And we're going to prep that right up. I'll show you how to do it, and I'll show you how PapaTuck does it. Everybody does it different. Everybody's got their own recipe, but after I'm all done with this, I'll put all this on my website at PapaBooks.net right there, so you can go and copy and paste. And while you're there, thank our sponsor, AIM. Heating and Air Conditioning right here is our sponsor. They do heating and air conditioning on that beautiful island of Martha's Vineyard. Thanks, AIM. Thanks, AIM HVAC. You can probably get their phone number from the website too. I'll put that up there. But we're going to do a soup too. So I got so many goodies here. But what you're going to need, let me get the binoculars on. I'm going to put some seafood breadcrumbs into this. And this is so inexpensive it's not funny. Especially here, you go out and get your own clams, which we did. We went up and got our own clams. Did a little family clam and a little bit of stuffing mix. I'll show you how to do that. I use a little bit of virgin olive oil there. And then we'll get into the soup stuff later. But for the quahogs, I got me some bacon. I'm going to get that cooking over there right now. I do all this stuff on the frying pan. We'll get all these babies cooking for you. So let's get this bacon on over here so we get that cooking. Put this right over here. We'll break these right up, put them in the pan, get frying them up. I don't want to burn my bacon. I just want them so that they're getting crisp. Okay? Be careful you don't burn your bacon. I don't think you're going to like the flavor of the burnt bacon in the... Well, maybe you will, but I don't. So I'm just going to get them nice and crisp. I don't want them tender, I want them crisp. And I'll show you that. Let's get that going. Pop that right in there. Put that, get it started on a medium heat. And I'm going to get my hands washed from that bacon. Okay, now this is so simple it's not even funny, okay? We're going to basically steam these clams up. Very, very easy. And I got a steam concoction that I made up. And all I do is I take this and I put it inside this. Yeah! We're going to put about that much water in there. We don't want our water coming, because it's going to be sitting in here like this. We don't want our water coming up into the clams. And we actually clean these clams real good. We brushed them and cleaned them, and we're going to be using the juice out of this for these stuffed quahogs. And I'll show you that after. Let me throw a little water in here. We'll get these babies steaming. The juice is going to be awesome flavor to the stuffing. All right, our bacon's cooking up real nice over here. Let me show you what she looks like. Now that's still way too soggy to use. And oh, it's starting to burn a little bit on the bottom. So you got to keep an eye to the bacon. Keep it stirred up good. Do not let that burn. I know you know how to cook bacon out there. Now what I do is I like to put a little bit of my olive oil in with the bacon to help it cook. So we're going to sprinkle just a little bit of that in there. Very, very little of that. Okay? That's a good cholesterol with the bad cholesterol. Yeehaw! How do you like me now? We just got to keep an eye to that. I'm going to turn that down just a little bit. I can't say enough. Keep an eye to your bacon. Don't let it burn, okay? We just want it crispy. But while that's going over there, we got our water into our pan. We're about right here with water now, okay? What we're going to do, put that in there. We're going to throw these quahogs right in there. Now look at these quahogs. These are right out of the Atlantic Ocean, right off here, right in the lagoon in Vineyard Haven on Martha's Vineyard. You can't beat this. They're about the right size for stuffed quahogs. Now, you try to face the clams so that they're pointed up a little bit. Okay, but it really don't matter. All right. Then I'm going to put aluminum foil on top. Now, and again, I wash these clams real good. I'm going to put just a little bit of aluminum foil on top of this for a cover so that I fold it down around the side of the pan. This to keep the steam on the inside till you go get yourself a steamer. But I've been doing it like this, and it's just a habit. And I'll throw 2 hunks of foil on there, and I'll wrap my foil down like this. And all we're going to do is put this over on the stove on high, bring that water up to a boil. Oh, gotta check our clams. Or our bacon here. Don't want to burn them. Look at them babies. That's so simple. Now, while my water's coming up to a boil to steam them clams, okay, and my bacon is finishing up, I'm going to start my soup because I'm going to have quahogs, or I'm going to make a little PapaTucks cow soup creation here with some leftover chicken that I got in the refrigerator. And I'll show you how to do that here. Let me get the chicken out. This is so inexpensive. We're using leftovers. This whole meal is very inexpensive for these hard days. All right, here's my chicken. Like I say, this is leftover chicken. Just some leftover chicken we're going to use for this. We're not going to use a lot. I can make a couple different soups out of this, actually, which is really cool. Let me get the binoculars on so I can see what I'm doing. And we're just going to rip this baby down a little bit. No big deal. Just like that. And just like that. That's about all we're going to use. I'll get my pan over here. I'm going to take this pan right here. We're going to put that in there and that in there. We're going to bring this, I'm going to put water into here about like this. We're going to bring this up to a boil. And that, when I'm bringing this up to a boil, all the juices out of that chicken is going to cook into that water and make my stock. Okay? Now I'm going to fill that pan up about 3/4, just like that. And that's all there is to it. And then I'm going to put this in, and I'm putting, as you notice, the handles in. So when the little ones come by here, they don't hit that and have that come down and scald them. Always remember to put your handles in on your stove, okay? We're going to take that bacon up here. We're going to put this back here. Our bacon is done. So I want to get this off. I'm just going to flip these over a little bit to let them cook a little bit better there in the oils. Some of them are a little soggy, but that's okay. A little bit tender. I got a little bit tender. I got a little bit crunchy here. So let me just set them right there and let them start cooling. I'll show you what to do with them while this is coming up to a boil. All right. Now we've got our chicken coming up to a boil. That's going to make some nice chicken stock flavor for us. And I'm going to start preparing the rest of the ingredients for our little soup. And we picked up some scallions, okay? We're going to be chopping them up. And I picked up two bundles of cal, okay? Which is very simple. Put them right there. And then I picked up some okra, okay? Nice fresh okra. And I got this down to Cronix down there in Vineyard Haven. Get there for Mama Duck. Yeehaw! I love it. Let's wash this okra up a little bit, okay? Keep it clean. I know it's fresh down there, but I like to just keep it washed off before we cook it. Now, what we're going to be doing is we're going to actually be chopping this stuff up. I'll take the ends right off it. And point all the ends in the same direction. The way I like to do it. Just like this. No big deal. I'm going to take my pan. About this size right here, okay? Just about like that. And I'm going to take and put a little bit of olive oil in the bottom of that pan. I'm just going to maybe put, just so you cover the bottom. Just so you cover the bottom. So all our food in there cook up nice and evenly. Then we're going to take these okras, we're going to chop these up. And it really doesn't matter how big they are. I like to keep the slices right around 1/4 inch. Just about like that. Look at that. Isn't that nice? Just there. We don't want to get the ends in here. Get the ends. I want to throw that end right away. We don't want that end. Or that one. Or that one. There you go. We're going to get the front side of there. Just like that. What you're looking at is about that size okra right there. Get it in my finger. It's slippery little devils. But that's about it right there. We got about 1/4 inch slices, okay? And this is 4 oaks. And we're going to put them right into the bottom of that pan. Just like that. Just like that, okay? Put the rest aside. We're not going to use these. We actually used about 5 okra pieces, okay? Medium sized. Now let's get our bundle of scallion in there. Just like that. Get that rubber band off there. We're actually going to use 3. I'll save these for another batch later on. Same with the okra. Let me wash these babies off. Take a look at my clams over here are starting to steam up. Okay, so we're the same with these. We're going to get the butts cut right off these. Get the roots cut right off. just like that. Put them over the side. And we're going to actually chop these up, right, same as we did the okra, about the same size. Just like that. Just like that. Just like that. About half that baby. Now that's just about enough right there, but we're going to finish by putting the whole thing in there. Just be careful you don't cut your fingers out there, you new knife cutters. Alright, we'll get them into that pan, just like that. Alright, now what we're going to do, get that spread out. We're going to put this, that's about what you got in the bottom of the pan right there. Camera want to get a close up there. You know, it's no big deal. I got it mixed up real good in that oil, and I'm going to take that over, and I'm going to start frying this. I'm going to brown it slightly. Don't burn it. I can't say that enough. So let's put that right here onto that burner, and we're going to put that burner on a medium heat and start bringing that up to temperature. Then we're going to bring our bacon over here. We're going to put the kale in the soup after. I'll keep this all straight for you, and you can copy and paste it, and I'll do it in 2 different recipes. But I wanted to do this all together because this is what we're eating tonight at PapaTucks. And you can go to the website at PapaBooks.net and copy and paste these out. And don't forget to say thanks to our sponsor, AIM Heating and Cooling, right here on this island. You can find their phone number in the paper too. So let's get this bacon out here. Bring that right up out of the grease and oil. Dip that right out like that. Look at that. Look at that. Now see what we got here for bacon? Now camera, I get close up. Now you got to know how to do this out there, and you new cooks. But this is what I meant. I want to be able to break my bacon off like this. See that? How easy that broke? What we're going to do is we're going to cut this all up so that we can mix it with our stuffing mix and stuff them quahogs. Well, let me get over here and check this out. My soup is all boiled up real good right now. And this stuff is done here to a perfection. And I'm going to bring this over and show you what she looks like. Let me turn that burner off. Just like that. My God, did that ever smell good? But that's what the camera wants to get a close-up, and I'll flip this real quick. That's what she looks like. It's not burnt, and it's not, really hasn't even started to brown, but it's nice and tender right now. It's done. So what we're going to do, put that back over here on the burner, just like that. And then you're going to have one of these in your cupboard. This is going to help my stock. Now I picked up a box of chicken stock, okay? We're going to throw this into this mix too. Alright, now that we're done with that. Alright. Now, our chicken stock that we're making from the chicken that was in the refrigerator is all done too. So let me show you what we're going to do. We're going to put that bowl up there. Get yourself a nice glass bowl. Hope you have one right in the kitchen. We're going to bring this stuff. Let me turn that right off. There we go. Bring this baby right over. We're going to throw it right in here like this. Show you what it looks like. There you go. Just like that. Okay. Let me put this over here. We're going to grab our tongs. Oh my God, does that chicken smell good? I boiled up there. That's going to make nice soup. We're going to put this aside and we're going to let this cool. Okay? Just let this cool. We can actually put it right down here and let it cool. Pour bacon over like this. Just like that. Just like that. And that's it. Now what you're going to do with this, you're going to take that half and half, okay? Clams are steaming up over there. They're probably just about done. You're going to put about a half of that half and half right in there. Just like that, okay? And then you're going to take that can of tomato soup, just like this. Open that baby right up. You're actually going to mix that right in there. Just like that. Come right all out of there. You're going to mix that right in there, just like that. Good. Now, I throw that from out and stuff. That's going to make an awful mess on the floor. Let's go over here and check them clams. Put these out of the way, put this out of the way, and let's check our clams. Oh yeah. They've opened right up nice. They've opened right up nice. I'm going to pull them forward on the burner, get them off that heat. So I'll pull these ahead. We're just going to let them set there for a minute. I'm going to turn that right off. Now keep an eye to these babies when they're steaming up, because the way this is, it's not a regular steamer. You made this in your own kitchen. That water's going to keep spilling out, and with a paper towel you can wipe it up. Okay? So this is what we got here. This all mixed up. Let's mix this up. Get them tomato sauce mixed up a little bit like this. There you go. Now, I don't know if I can't tip this, but you can probably see the color of it. It's starting to turn reddish. Okay? With my tomato soup that I put in there, and I'm just stirring it. Just like this. I'm going to actually put that back into a pan that my okra has all cooked into. Okay? So let's bring this over here. Put this off the side for a minute. And what we're going to do is pour this right in here. Just like that. Just like that. And we're going to get this back over onto the burner and start thickening it up. And this is about what it looks like. Let me show you. I don't know if the camera get close up. I don't want to spill it. But there you go. That's about what it looks like now. And I'm just going to bring this up temperature. I'm going to, actually simmer it. A very soft boil. And we'll let it cook like that for a while. And then we'll put our chicken in there too and cook it with the chicken in it too. I'm about ready to pull these clams off. Now I'll show you that in a minute, but I want to rinse this out because I'm going to use the same glass. Mama Tuck don't have to do a lot of dishes like that. Yeehaw! How you like me now, Mama Tuck? There you go. Let's get that right out of there. Just like that. We'll pull this right back over like this. And then bring my clams over here. Get that out the way. Let's bring these babies right over. Just like that. We'll pull that top right off of here. Good old aluminum foil top with the shiny side toward the food. Yeah! Let's pull them babies right out. And we're just going to dump it. And there's your steamed clams. Look at that. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to let these clams cool so that we can touch them. And I'm going to get the clams all out of these. Look at it, fell right out. But these are hot. These are hot. We're going to let them cool. And what you're going to be doing is don't break your shells. And this was the secret. You wanted to brush clean these before you did this. You want to get them nice and clean so nothing falls off of these into your juice, because we're going to start using this juice now. I'll show you that in a minute. But you're going to actually be stuffing these clams. So you're going to be using the shells. Hello? So let's put them right there. Let that set for a minute. We'll let them cool so that we can touch them. And then I'll show you how we're going to make the stuffing for it. All right. Now we got that soup coming up to a mix over here, and it's time to put a little bit more broth. I'm going to put about a half of this in and save this in the refrigerator. You can keep this in the cupboard until you open it, okay? It tells you right on the box. Once you open it, in the refrigerator it goes. So I'm going to put about a half a box into this, just for some extra stock flavor, just about like that. And that's perfect right there. You put this in here, and let's stir this real quick. That's coming up to a temp, and that color's starting to look nice. That okra cooked in there like that. All right, let's just let that come up to a temp. We'll bring this back over here. We might need it. Okay, let's get these clams out of the way. And we got to be careful because that water's hot. And you notice I saved my clam water that I steamed in because that's my clam juice that I'm going to cook my stuffing in. Okay, so at this point, I can actually take my clam juice, all right, bring it right over here, start bringing it up to a boil. Once that baby comes up to a boil, I'm going to turn it off, throw my stuffing mix in there, and I'll show you that in a minute. But at this point, we got to put some chicken into our soup. So we're going to take that skin right off of that. And all we're going to do is take and break this chicken up, about like this. Be careful you don't get any bones in there. Just like this. Just like that. Get all the meat off there, and be careful you don't get any bone in there, okay? Just remember that. You don't want nobody biting into a bone. And we're just going to chop this into chunks. Just about like that. However fits your fancy, my dad used to say. There you go. Just chunk it up a little bit. Just like that. A little bit more right there. There. And we're actually just going to take that over, throw it right into our soup mix. Be careful you don't throw it into the wrong pan because you got a lot of things cooking over there. So let's get that right in there. Then we're going to wash our hands up real good. We're going to stir that. All right. Now I got that baby boiling up there to a semi-boil. And it is time to put this into my little saucepan because we don't want to do too much juice into our stuffing mix. So we're gonna make that so that it's about a quart of our water. And I poured that all slow, and any hard pieces off the shell will stay in the bottom of this so it doesn't get into our broth, our clam broth. Okay, so we'll set that right back over here like this. Our soup is coming up to a boil here. We gotta stir that real quick. Yeah, we got it going on the PapaTucks kitchen right now. I love it. And we're gonna put this back over. The saucepan's about right there with my broth, with my clam broth. Now I'm gonna bring this back up to a boil. I want that up to a good slow boil, roll and boil. Not a heavy, not a hard, but like a slow boil before I put my mix in there, and I'll show you that in a minute. All right, our soup broth for our kale is ready. I'm going to bring it right over here for a minute. I'm going to do this quick. Well, all we're going to do is I took my kale off, my bunches. I got 2 bunches here. I washed them real good. We're just going to throw that right in there like this, and I'm actually going to take a piece of bacon and throw right in there like that. I'm going to bring it right over, and I'm going to put it right back on top of the stove, and we're going to leave that simmering. I'm going to stir that in a little bit, and we're just going to let that simmer. Then, I'm going to come right back over here real quick, make sure that's off, and we're going to start getting our clams out of here. Now all you're going to do is you're going to take these clams out of the shells, like this. Camera, want to get a close-up? That's about all you're going to do. Leaving the shells intact. They're hollow now, the clam is out. We're going to put these aside over here like this. And we're just going to get these clams out. And I'll show you what to do with them in a minute. Alright, now we got all our clams out of our clam shells. And what we're going to do is we're going to take these clams and we're going to put them right back in that. Just like this. Okay? And I'm going to go over and rinse these clams off. I'm going to wash them. I'm going to make sure I get all the grit off of them. That's all I'm going to do, is just get the grit off them. Make sure that we get all the water out after the grit's off. And we're going to set them right back into this clean bowl. I rinsed the bowl back out. Yeah, let's get that out of there. We're going to put them right back in. We're going to bring these over here like this. Alright, now that we've got that, our juice is up to a real nice hard boil. So what I'm going to do at this point is turn that off. I'm going to turn my front burner off. I'm going to bring it right over here. Okay, and I'm going to dump about a half of this box in there. And see what it looks like. Okay, I'm going to stir that a little bit. Let me get something to stir it with real quick. I just want a little spoon to stir that with. And stir that broth right in there. And we're going to need some more. You don't want it too juicy, okay? That's too juicy. That's too juicy. We're going to put a little bit more in there. Just about like that. Alright, so we actually got about a whole box going in there. And now we're going to put about a half a cup of our seafood seasoned breadcrumbs. Then you're going to stir that out. Just like that. Look at that. Oh my God, does that ever look good. There, get that all stirred up. Just like that. Now, about what we got right there, okay? Look at that. Now, I'm going to add my bacon to this a little bit, and I'm going to add just a little bit more broth to this, okay? Just like that. Let's let that set. Let's take a little bit more of our broth, because we got some leftover broth over here. We're going to add just a little bit more, because I want this to be the right tendency. So we got about that much going in there, and that's it. That's going to juice that back up just a little bit. Then we're going to set this back over on the stove and just let it set. But let's get it stirred up. There we go. There we go. I'll show you what we got. This is what we got now. Just like that. Look at that. Take that and that about falls off the spoon. Look, perfect. So let's get this set right over here. Just like that, we're going to cut our clams up. So all we're going to do for that is put our clams up here. And you're going to cut these clams into chunks. Just like this. Be careful you don't get cut. Take your time cutting your clams up, but we just want to chunk them up a little bit. Just like that. In fact, I'm going to chop them like this. Look at them babies cut. Nice knife. Pull that right through. All right, we're gonna place our clams, our empty clams over here on a pan, because this is what you're gonna put them in the oven. And you're gonna put them in the oven once we get them stuffed at 350, and you're only talking 10, 15, 20 minutes. All you want to do is brown them up a little bit. That's all there is to it. Now we got our clams on there. Our clams insides are all chopped up. And we're going to put them right into this bowl like this. Just like that. Then we're going to take and chop up our bacon. We just want to break the bacon up. No big deal. Actually, you can just smash it up like this because it's crunchy. Get it to what you want. Look at that. Look at that. Break that bacon right up. Just like that. Get it into little pieces. And throw that right in with the clams. Just like that. And you're going to take that, mix that right up with the clams. We're going to bring our stuffing over. Our kale's boiling up real nice over there. We're going to plop that baby right in there like that. Just like this. There's your stuffing mix. Just like that. Right over there. We're going to stir this right up. And all you want to do at this point is mix all this right up. Alright, we've got all that mixed up real nice, and camera on close up, that's what it looks like. This is our stuffing for our clam shells. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to stuff these clams about like this. Just stuff them full. Alright, that box of stuffing mix and what we prepped up did our clams. And we've actually got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 23 clams made all of this. And one box of the stuffing mix and a little bit of the seafood seasoning in there, okay? Now I got the oven preheating up to 350. These babies are going in the oven. And this is what they look like going in the oven. They're all stuffed up. I put them onto my little cookie sheet and they're going in the oven, and I actually checked the oven to make sure Mama Tuck's cooking wasn't in there from last night. Box of pizza. And there we are at 350. We'll bring that baby up. Now, while I've been doing all this, my kale soup over here has been cooking up. And it's got to be done by now. So let's see what it looks like. We're going to pour that right into our soup bowl. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Get that all in there. You gotta get all the stock out of there. Oh my God, does that ever smell good. And this is all ready to serve. All right, our stuffed quahogs are done. I'm gonna turn the oven off. And what I did over here is I cooked these at 315. Well, yeah, 350 to 380 in that range, whatever you're choosing. I cooked them for 15 minutes like that. And then I brought my rack up high and I put it on high broil for like 5, 7, 8 minutes. Keep an eye to them because that's how you're browning the top. I'll show you what they look like. They're done. Let's get them out of here. Oh yeah, look, oh my God, smell these. Smell these quahogs. That's what they're looking like. Yeehaw! Stuffed quahogs in PapaTucks kitchen. Let's see what they look like. There we go, them babies are hot. Now we got our kale soups all done. And that's what this looks like. Let me dish this right out, some of this. Look at that, huh? Oh my God, does that ever smell good. Let's pop some of that in there. Now that's hot. A little piece of chicken. Oh my God, look at that. This baby's ready to serve. And then we're going to shut this oven here. Like that. Get us a quahog, put on the plate. Oh my God, look at that. Now that's what that baby's looking like. We got that top browned up real nice. It's cooked right through. These are pretty much cooked before you even put them in the oven. All you're doing is browning that stuffing now. Go set that on there. Now these babies are hot. Let's try that soup. Try that flavor. Mmm. Oh my God, is that ever good. Mmm. You are going to enjoy that. Let me get a fork. Try that stuff. Oh, let's just try that. Now, that baby's hot right now, but I can't wait. Look at that. Look at that. Little chunk of bacon in there, a little bit of clam. Oh my God, oh my God. Wait till you try these. Oh, yeehaw, them are good. Well, remember, you can do this in your kitchen. Thank you, and I'll see you soon. Enjoy your clams.